everyone. Welcome to another exciting broadcast of the NBA on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan along with Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. Doris Burke will be reporting from the sidelines. We've got an Eastern Conference battle ready to get rolling, and the Chicago crowd wants some love from their Bulls. Here, matched up against Cleveland, is how they'll kick off the new season. They were dominated last year, not a good matchup for them, going 1-3 in the season series.
Yeah, and they're hoping for a better showing against this club this season. Last year, they came out on the losing end.
And, you know, with two teams in the upper pyramid in the early going, important to establish that pecking order, especially within your conference. So this game is important.
We've got a chance here to set the floor, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for this one. So on the floor for Cleveland, LeBron and Love are the talented pair at the forward position. Kyrie Irving and J.R. Smith at the guard set. And it's Mozgov in at the 5 down low. Nikola Mirotic, drafted as a late first-rounder, Clark, back in 2011. The Spanish star finally made his rookie debut in the NBA last season, and it was worth the wait.
It sure was, Kevin. I mean, once he started to get consistent PT, I mean, he was remarkable. Can run like the wind for a big guy. Not that strong, but more aggressive than you'd think.
LeBron kicks to Mozgov. Irving. And he takes it in for the layup off a very nice feed. Irving's got his first points of the game.
Oh, that is just weak defense there. I'm pretty sure that was not the plan to give him those kind of baskets at the hoop. And back to Mirotic last season. Per 36 minutes, he averaged 18 points, 9 rebounds. He was also a tremendous foul shooter for a rookie big, and made the all-rookie first team, was second in Rookie of the Year voting. I mean, what more could you ask for?
Noah the screen. And the wide-open shot from Rose. Love grabs the board.
Ill-advised shot there, Clark.
Yeah, exactly. That was lower than low percentage.
No one near Smith as he lets it go. And there's the foul. It'll go on Nikola Mirotic. That is his first foul of the game. Out to Smith. Early shot attempt. The pass to LeBron. And that one's good. LeBron's got 6.
And a really good way to start the game. He's a guy who, if he gets it going early, he's going to give you problems.
Mirotic. The shot's good on the assist by Butler.
And, you know, for Mirotic, his value extends to the defensive end as well. He did a surprisingly good job of racking up blocks and steals last season. You have to believe that if he improves his power and consistency, an all-star nod isn't so far off.
I tell you what, he has quite the act to follow, but Fred Hoiberg was a quick choice for the brass in Chicago. Signed that 5-year deal over the summer, was easily one of the most in-demand coaches available.
Irving attacking. Puts it up from 12. Good, he hits the jump shot. Outside Butler. He feeds it to Noah. Kicks it to Rose. To the paint. 5 to shoot. Inside. Here's Noah. Mozgov with the block. From deep. And it's LeBron James with the 3. LeBron's got 9.
They've wasted no time settling into their offense.
Yeah, they're lasered in. I mean, really making the most of their possessions.
And there's the whistle. Fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line.
Shot, gentlemen.
Well, what a season it was for Mirotic last year. Came on stronger for the Chicago Bulls. continued to improve, effective in the playoffs. Really a joy to watch in his first year.
And interesting, so much hype going into the season was about Dougie McDermott.
Yes.
And whether or not he was going to be in the running for Rookie of the Year. It ended up being Mirotić. Most years, he could have walked away with that award.
Catching up on the changes for Chicago. Pau Gasol is checked in for Noah. Dunleavy comes in for Tony Snell. Ray Allen is checked in for Butler. And it's Heinrich in for Rose.
For Mirotić, he was most valuable late in games, guys. From March on, he led the league in fourth quarter points per game.
And the Bulls making a change here. Gibson's checked in. Here's Varejao. And he caught that pass in full stride on his way to the big slam.
Nice bucket there. I mean, they are playing really, really smart basketball.
IQ basketball, smartphone basketball, whatever you want to call it. Even though the lead's not that large, they're still in charge right now.
Now here's Allen. Here's Heinrich. And fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot two. It's going to go on Tristan Thompson.
And for that note about Mirotić, in the fourth, he outscored LeBron and Westbrook that month. That's impressive for any player, much less a rookie. And guys, Kirk Heinrich, a steady, reliable point guard, but not last season. Something went severely wrong with his shot to the point where he suffered career-low shooting percentages from the field and from three-point. Just a great job of attacking on the break.
Yeah, you know, exploding to the basket like that, Greg, just as soon as that ball was going the other way, that's exactly how you want to do it.
Now here's Williams. Quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game. Shot, high post. And that one comes up a bit short. Talking about Heinrich, the one thing you expect from him is consistency. But when he couldn't provide it last year, the team turned to a different backup point guard.
Exactly right, Kevin. Heinrich couldn't have felt good about becoming a third stringer, averaging the fewest minutes per game of his career last season.
And there's Thompson. That's good on the assist by Shumpert.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
That's right. 5 of their last 6 makes were on the interior. They've established their inside presence.
Oh, no. Not the guy you want to put on the line, Kevin. He's an ATM from the free throw line.
And listen, Cleveland were the favorites to win the Central Division last season. High expectations given they finished third in the Central in 2014. But that's just what adding LeBron can do for a team.
Tony Snell's checked in for Chicago. Here's Thompson. Score the basket, his second of 2 attempts.
Great unspoken communication between teammates leading to the nice assist and the easy score.
Here's Gasol, and he drops it in from the low post.
Not much defense to speak of yet here, guys.
Nope, it's been all offense, fellas, all the time here early.
Williams passes to Jefferson. Misses the wing check. Oh, we've seen some great shots in the first quarter. Now the second quarter getting ready to start up. And guys, what do you think about the offensive approach we've seen so far for Cleveland?
It looks like they're ready to run, fellas. I mean, they haven't hesitated at all to get out on the break so far.
And also defensively, they've been able to cause some turnovers tonight, and that also builds confidence and gives you momentum.
We've got Allen. Okafor out there with Tony Snell. Then it's Pau Gasol. And it's Heinrich in at the 1 spot. That's the Bulls 5 as we get into the second quarter. And a wide open look for James. Yes, and it's Smith with the assist that time. And 11 points for LeBron.
Offensively, he can be the engine that drives them at any given time.
to the wing right side. Here's Snell. Mozgov with the block. And here's the break. Tries again. It's tipped. And that's out of bounds. Cleveland will retain possession. Irving with a clean look. And finally they hit one. Irving's got 6 points. Bulls trail by 8.
And guys, the first year for David Blatt, he was second-guessed at every turn. Oh, wow.
That's a beautiful jam.
And this sort of awesome dunk is one of the reasons this team is in charge of this game right now.
Clark, there is a swagger out here on the court that they possess and are not afraid to show it either.
That's right.
I tell you what, I used to love to go up and jam like that.
And the first time out of the game called for Chicago. Well, what a season for Kyrie Irving last year. Huge moments for him. 57-point outburst against San Antonio. That was a new franchise record for the Cavs.
I think a lot of it was finally being able to play with other All-Stars, quite honestly, Kevin, but you can't discount the work Irving put into the offseason to be ready for the regular season.
It's Allen with the drive. Good D from Love. Here's Smith. He shoots again. And James with the layup. LeBron's got 6 in the quarter.
He got a great read of where that miss was going, and that allowed him to be the first guy to it and get the putback.
And for Irving, he did come into last year hot. I mean, he won the MVP in international play while with Team USA.
Smith for 3. He scores, and he's off the schneid with that basket. 1 for 7 on a tough night for him.
Well, I tell you what, they're turning this game into a drag race, sprinting out for easy, fast break baskets.
And on a really nice run here. And defensively, you've got to force them to operate in the half court. It allows you to put bodies on bodies. And for Kyrie, taking home the MVP and a Team USA tourney like that, it's a huge ego boost. I mean, of all the stars on that team, he shined the brightest, and I think that's going to help his confidence for this year.
Here's what Chicago's going with right now. Joakim Noah's checked in for Gasol. Dunleavy comes in for Tony Snell. Jimmy Butler is checked in for Ray Allen. And Derrick Rose is subbed in for Kirk Hinrich.
And sometimes when you want something done, you got to do it yourself. That dunks the shot in the arm they need to really cut into that lead.
Well, Greg, it's certainly got everybody on their bench up and off their seats and cheering.
Yeah, that could be an instant momentum shift. That certainly was a rim record.
And it's Okafor missing.
Oh, that's terrific defense there. That's how you protect the rim.
Irving attacking. Out to Smith. This one for 3. Smith missing again.
And this quarter, he has clearly been off the mark.
Shots good by Butler.
Oh, and look at how well he led him in there. Really, he passed him open for that deuce.
Irving for 3. That's good. Irving's got 9.
That's how you extend the lead. I mean, they have tremendous confidence going for them right now, and that confidence is leading to some excellent shooting.
Time called here. The Bulls decide to talk it over.
Well, you got to put a body on your man when the shot goes up. That's just fundamental basketball. They're giving up way too many offensive rebounds. Gasol is checked in for the Bulls. Hinrich comes in for Jimmy Butler.
And the Cavaliers will go with a different look here. Anderson Varejau's checked in for Mozgov. Thompson comes in for Kevin Love. Ramon Shumpert is checked in for Smith. And it's Williamson for Kyrie Irving. Derrick Rose, unbelievable spirit. We know about his toughness, has fought through injuries of all kinds that might cause a lesser competitor to hang up his sneakers.
And competitor, that's the word, Kevin. I mean, he was impossible to outcompete at the high school level, the college level, and now in the pros.
And it's Dunleavy with the rebound. Gasol with it. Now guarded by Shumpert. And Heinrich has it in the corner. Outside Gasol. Clock at 6. That's his second shot and his second basket. He's 2 for 2.
And, you know, back to D. Rose for a moment. He drives the lane now as hard as he did before the injury. It's a level of fearlessness that only a few guys possess. And it's not teachable. You either have it or you don't.
And, you know, back to D. Rose, he grew up in a brutally dangerous neighborhood on Chicago's South Side. Some of that fearlessness, that competitiveness he exhibits was learned early on out of necessity.
Williams dishes to Shumpert. And they double up James. That's good. LeBron's got 9 points in the quarter.
He shot the ball exceptionally well as they've built this lead for themselves here.
Rose kicks to Gasol. Here's Okafor. It's Mo Williams with the rebound.
No one to blame on that one but himself. You get looks like that, you've got to take it back.
And even though they're down, I like the way they're getting the ball inside. I mean, they're playing smash-mouth basketball right now. And you got to think it's going to create some foul opportunities for them.
And Cleveland making a change here. Jefferson's checked in. Rose. Knocked away.
And you can see the defenders afraid to kind of get in his way a lot of times when he's on his way to the basket. But on that one, they were there. And you can see the difference with their ability to win with their speed, guys.
Boy, I love the pace and flow that their open court offense has been played with. I mean, it's been humming quietly but very efficiently.
And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Rose. The Cavaliers leading by 14. James, the pass to Jefferson. No good with the triple. And there's the call on James. That is his first foul of the game.
And really, these are some of the toughest calls an official has to make.
Yeah, but in this case, I think he got it right. I mean, the defender was still moving there and never really had good legal guarding position. He wasn't set.
Heinrich from outside. Yes, and it's Rose with the assist that time. Rose has got 3 assists now in this one. And out of bounds is Chicago gains possession.
And you know what? His mind's playing tricks on him right now because he's not going to live that one down easily.
The clock runs out, and we're heading to halftime. Cavaliers lead by 11. From the United Center in Chicago, back in a moment. And as we begin the second half, first half wasn't even close, guys, and we'll see if there is a comeback on our hands or more of the same as we get the third quarter started.
What a game for LeBron. 22 points, and he's added a steal to his stat line also.
You know what? The number is not huge, but he has been doing some valuable defensive work for them.
And we welcome you back. Glad to have you with us as more basketball is on the way. During the break, the players getting refueled with Gatorade. They're looking amped up and ready to get going once again. What can you say? LeBron James, what an impressive effort today.
Yeah, he's played just a smart game overall offensively, looking for and finding the gaps in the defense, and also terrific shot selection.
Greg, that's exactly what we're talking about when we talk about being efficient as an offensive player. Fully on display there with him.
Checking out the group for David Black to start the second half. Kyrie Irving and J.R. Smith at the guard set. LeBron and Love are the talented pair at the forward position. And it's Mozgov in at the center, filling out the middle. Noah with it. Now defended by Mozgov. And finished off by Noah.
Nothing fancy there. Didn't need it.
Nope. His only concern right now, Clark, is getting the points on the board, and I don't mean style points.
I like the simplicity.
Well, there's also style just with the fact that he's able to have that kind of a finish, though. Still, I like that pretty one-handed flow.
Bulls made the postseason for the 10th time in their last 11 seasons. Last year, they have become a fixture, Greg, in the playoffs in the East.
And how about last season, Kevin, had that interdivision matchup in their first round against the up-and-coming Bucks. Some hiccups for them in that series, but they were able to prevail.
Boy, in that playoff series against the Bucks, the Bulls looked like they were primed for an upset as they started slowly, eventually pulled it together, and came in as the underdogs against the Cavs.
Timeout is called. First of the game for the Cavaliers.
And the Cavs knocked out the Bulls in 6 games. Bulls went up 2-1 in the series, but didn't have an answer for LeBron. Strong effort from the Bulls, though, but they just couldn't match the firepower of the Cavs.
Cleveland leading by 9. The drive by James. And he gets it to go. James has got 4 points this quarter.
Defensively, I think they've got to do a better job of bodying them up.
Clearly, they've been outclassed in the paint, really at both ends of the floor.
Third quarter here, over a minute and a half into it. And Irving comes to help. On its way from Rose for 2.
And not a night he's going to want to remember, just not really able to score the basketball.
Shoots. That one bounces around and comes back out. And last year, not exactly up to Noah's lofty standards. It's way down in field goal percentage and free throw percentages compared to the season before, but he did not play completely healthy all of last year either.
A little dinged up, missed 13 games more than he had the season prior, and also the minutes dropped as well. And you could just see him laboring at times on the floor, clearly affected by those injuries.
And, you know, going back to Noah last season, I think the additions to the Bulls' front court had an effect on him. I mean, they added Gasol and Mirotic, 2 major talents up front. I think that gave Noah less opportunities than he'd had the year before, and it was an adjustment for him.
That's good.
You know, not necessarily what you're looking for, but still able to convert.
And there's a whistle that goes on Iman Shumpert. That is his first foul of the game.
That's his first personal foul.
Cleveland on defense. Butler dishes to Mirotic. And the rejection by Love. And he's going up for the alley-oop. Shumpert, no good.
You know, just a little too fancy on that play.
Well, you don't want to force any play, but particularly the alley-oop. You'd like to try that when it's wide open.
And guys, talking about Joakim Noah, he was still the spirit of that team last season. Amongst all the great talents the Bulls had, Noah was that energizer and catalyst for the team, a true warrior, even in an off year. And guys, got careless with the ball there, and the turnover leads to the big stuff.
Once he came up right with the steal, he went straight on the attack.
That's exactly the way to do it, too, Kevin. Go hard to the bucket and don't let them set up the defense.
But they'll get another chance.
Yeah, real nice shot selection there. I guess he's working on his buzzer beater form.
That's a reach, but perhaps that is the case. Or maybe he was trying to knock a bird off of the scoreboard.
Is about right. Because I still can't figure that one out.
No, and I see no birds up there.
No. And an open path to the hoop there. Easy bucket. We've seen that far too many times today.
Tony Snell's checked in for Ray Allen. A big group substitution here for Cleveland. Anderson Varejau's checked in for Mozgov. Thompson comes in for Kevin Love. Richard Jefferson, he's checked in for Shumpert. And Mo Williams subbed in for Kyrie Irving.
And that fella can flat out fly, can he?
Reminds me of a young Greg Anthony out of UNLV,
goodness.
no doubt about that. Just look at the elevation he climbed to right there.
Kevin, you just made my knees hurt.
Look at that jam! I mean, just beautiful.
Forget about going for the long-range bomb to cut into that lead. Just take it to the hoop, my friend. Take it to the hoop.
And how, Clark? Brilliant throwdown.
Just exerting his authority on that play.
Oh, and the jam by Butler.
A splendid pass that time by Rose.
The Cavaliers leading by 12.
And no doubt last season the Bulls were clearly preparing for the playoffs. They played their rookies but added a lot of playoff seasoned veterans to that roster.
Got a hand on it.
And offensively, he has been a liability more than he's helped this quarter.
Here's Williams, and he uses the glass on the layup.
They haven't been as aggressive from outside as they were in the first half. They're playing smart with the lead. I like that. They're being very selective and deliberate in their offense, and that's a good strategy when you're on top.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on it.
And that's out of bounds. Cleveland will retain possession.
Well, close to picking that one off.
Still a nice play to make sure that pass didn't reach its target.
Taj Gibson's checked in for Chicago. LeBron's checked in for the Cavaliers.
That would have been lucky had it fallen. Poor shot selection.
Yeah, look at the coach's face and the expression. It says all over it. Are you kidding me?
Cleveland leading by 17. Thompson, left side. Back to James. That's in, coming off the assist from Thompson. And that's now 28 points for LeBron.
And that's sort of been the story here today, hasn't it? Wow, what a pass there. He made that a very easy basket with that setup.
And we're getting underway here in the fourth quarter. The scoreboard tells the story in this matchup, but we'll see how much things change up here. Bulls trail by 17. Snell is the 3 with Gibson at the 4. Jimmy Butler is out there with Heinrich. And it's Gasol at the center position. So that's the 5 in the game for Chicago. That's going to be over and back, not watching for the line that time.
Yeah, big blunder there, and that could really cost them.
Yeah, and the timing of it was bad, too. I mean, they're trying to cut down and cut into the lead. Just a tough, bad break there.
Butler on the wing. And he gets it to go from the corner. Cleveland leading by 18. Irving drives in. That is good. Irving's got 19 points.
Just carrying the load right now offensively, guys. He is not wasting any chances.
From where I sit, Greg, it's a simple deduction. If they want things to be easy on themselves here late, make sure he has the ball.
And that one's good, Shumpert.
The D with very little pressure on their perimeter shooters. 3 of the last 5 baskets they've allowed have been of the three-point variety.
And you need the defense to stop the bleeding.
He lobs up the alley-oop pass. And the dunk by LeBron.
And how sweet a play was that?
As sweet as it gets. An exquisite pass to set up Clark that beautiful alley-oop dunk.
Yeah, that was nice.
No doubt. There are assists, and then, guys, there are assists.
So for the Bulls, Emeka Okafor is checked in for Gasol. And Allen subbed in for Jimmy Butler. Heinrich from outside. Here's Okafor. And no good. The dry spell continuing for him.
It's a +5 advantage for them in the rebounding category after that board.
Very steady with their work on the interior. Really a well-rounded effort overall. Clearly, he's one of the best there is in the business when it comes to making that lead pass.
And Kirk Heinrich picks up the foul. That's foul number 2 for him.
It's been kind of a gradual occurrence, but I think it's clear that analytics are here to stay in the NBA. Every team now has at least some vesting into the analytics area. Some base a lot of their decisions on the number side of the game. Others have a more balanced approach.
Allen kicks to Gibson. And some nice ball movement here by Chicago. Heinrich against Irving. Got him with the pump fake, but couldn't finish. Analytics does have a strong place in the NBA, so it's been proven over the last decade. Some held out, but now, Greg, the results, the benefits of those numbers, it's hard to deny them.
A great point, Kevin. And with something new like that, there's always going to be a bit of resistance. There will always need to be a balance, I believe, and you need to use the numbers and your own eyes. They really do go hand in hand to kind of keep each other in check. Fouling like that isn't how you get back in the game.
Looked to me like just a frustration foul. It really kind of sums up the game they're having in general. He went a decent amount of time before his first turnover there. It's really been a good, safe stretch of basketball from him to this point.
Hey, guys, what do you think about the offensive approach we've seen so far for the Cavaliers?
They keep piling up the assists, and they haven't cooled off at all.
They haven't wasted time getting the ball up the court tonight either, and it's resulted in a lot of fast break points.
Portis, he's checked in for Taj Gibson.
Worked that one inside nicely.
Heinrich kicks to Okafor. Here's Snell. James covering. Heinrich outside. Over in the corner, Allen. And again, no good by Chicago.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
And really a reflection of their superior effort level to this point. It seems to me they've gone after this win a little bit more.
Cavs were poised to make a huge run last year in the playoffs. Swept the Celtics in the first round, but it cost them.
Yeah, and even though they did get that sweep, they lose Kevin Love for the rest of the way, and that put a big hurdle in their quest for the title.
Timeout called, Cleveland.
No denying it, injuries were a big part of the storyline in the Cavs postseason. Fortunately, LeBron James was otherworldly after the first round. Took care of the Bulls, then went on to sweep the Hawks to get back to the finals.
And on the way from Irving for three. No good.
There's some good defense for you. I mean, for somebody who's as good at shooting the three as he is, you need a defender who's equally adept at guarding against it. That was well done.
I like that. They obviously put the right guy on him. And for the Cavs last season, their toughest test would be in the finals against the Warriors. Like every other team, they just couldn't handle the Warriors for a full series. A great run to the finals, and surely they'll want to return there this season.
Time called here. The Bulls decide to talk it over.
And for Kyrie Irving, it had been a long time coming. Last season, he finally played in his first postseason with the Cavs. And up until the unfortunate injury, he certainly made the most of it.
For Chicago, they've gotten only 3 of their 9 field goal attempts to go down since the end of the third. Pretty cold down the stretch.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
Yeah, double-digit advantage on the scoreboard. They've taken the initiative. They've played, I think, with more purpose so far.
And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot. Well, we know that Mozgov started last season with the Nuggets and then was traded to Cleveland midway through the season.
And what an impact he made on the Cleveland Cavaliers, particularly at the defensive end. His size and his activity really helped the Cavs become outstanding at the defensive end.
Kept alive. In the corner, Snell with it. Heinrich from outside. Cannot hit. Some solid defense there from Irving. Out to Smith. The 3. They grab their own miss. Launches a 3. And it's Smith again missing.
Well, they're in the lead, but he's still been frustrated from an offensive standpoint.
And count it. 2 points with a chance for one more at the free throw line.
And credit to the Cavs for going out and getting Mozgov. I mean, they paid a hefty price giving up the 2 first-rounders, but thus far he's proved to be worth it.
Bulls making a switch here. Mirotic is checked in. A big group substitution here for Cleveland. Anderson Varejau's checked in for Mozgov. Jefferson comes in for Kevin Love. Shumpert is checked in for J.R. Smith. And Mo Williams subbed in for Irving.
And the Mozgov trade, guys, for the Cavs, I think can be viewed as their big turning point in the season. He completely changed the defense of their team. He was that missing piece of the puzzle.
The D on him has to be airtight, guys. You got to get into his airspace, and that was far from it.
To the paint. Here's Jefferson. Beautiful dish, and the layup goes down.
Despite his ineffectiveness, the team has found other scoring options, which you have to have when one of your main guys is struggling. Fellas, that 2-hand monster slam was vicious.
I don't think there was anyone, and I mean anyone, that could have stopped him on that one.
I tell you what, I'm glad they didn't try, because somebody might have got their feelings hurt.
Here's Snell. And that one comes up a bit short.
Not the best shot right there with a good defender draped all over you.
I agree with you. I mean, not the shot they were hoping for, but he can really cause problems with his defense.
And Okafor with the block. And they'll keep possession. A good look from James. And Varejao kicks to James. And at last, they get one to fall. LeBron's got 37.
Well, guys, they came in here and really took charge from the opening tip. This is such a tough thing to do for a visiting team. This contest was played on their terms.
And, that's not the way it usually works in the NBA. It's going to be a great win, and it's going to be a happy plane ride out of here for sure.
LeBron James.
Second free throw, no good. So we see the Cavaliers taking the win here. A resounding victory for them. And Greg in enemy territory, no less.
That's exactly right. But with the way they controlled the game and just completely took the crowd out of it, that's how to get it done on the road.
And
Tell them where I'm from. I make the 6 straight jump from SoCal, Hollywood to the slums. Get burnt by the California sun on the west side. East Coast, where you at? Just got to New York like a net on a jet to London. To Brazil, to Quebec, like the whole world took effect to Ferg. Tell them, lay back, slow down. Better represent when we come to your town. So lay back, slow down. What you represent when we come to your town? Say, get in with the business, I'ma be there in a minute. I just booked a Paris ticket, thinking Russia need a visit. I'ma run it to the limit, and me on my way to Venice. LA got the people saying